Arieona is somebody that's always wanting to give somebody a hug, even if they're feeling bad. She don't know them a bit more than a man on the moon. She will still run up to him and give him a hug.
You know, when I first met Arie, she was very sick.
Normally they run to me at the door and say, "Hi, Mom." She didn't run to the door. She sat there with her hands on her hips trying to catch her breath. And my mother-in-law, she was like, you need to call her doctor.
She was very, very fatigued. She was very, very pale. She had very low blood counts. And then that prompted a bone marrow examination.
That's when they told me she had leukemia. And when they said that, I was holding her, and my mother-in-law was holding me and her, but she couldn't hold us. And my husband, he couldn't move because he got the news. I called on the Lord, and I was like, just don't take her.
Arie had a very aggressive form of leukemia called acute myeloid leukemia, or AML. It's actually the less common type of leukemia in children, but it tends to be very aggressive and very hard to treat, and it is extremely life-threatening.
Our blood count is supposed to be 12,000 and above. Hers was 1.
Golisano Children's Hospital has really all the resources that are required to treat very complicated cancer patients. Sandra and her family decided to enroll Arie on a clinical trial through the Children's Oncology Group. Arie was enrolled on a protocol that allowed her to hopefully get less chemotherapy and yet still cure the disease. These clinical trials are very specific, and in Arie's case, this was a clinical trial for patients with Down syndrome, for patients with acute myeloid leukemia.
Dr. Andolina is, like I said, the man. Dr. Andolina is awesome. He is truly, truly a blessing. She comes in, she plays with his hair. She tells him every time, "I like your hair." And he lets her play in his hair. And him and Arie, best friends.
Arie is just a very special child. She's just was so well liked. She endeared herself to everyone. She always will run up and give you a hug. She was known as the mayor of the 4th floor because she would always be at the nurses' station and always checking out everyone that came and went.
Words can't express how we feel about them. The hospital.
Arie is doing great. She's in complete remission. She's been in remission for longer than 1 year now. You would never know, looking at her, that she ever had leukemia or had to go through this. She's 3 years old, and she is feeling perfectly normal. She runs around like any other 3-year-old.
They're my best friends. Those 2 little girls are my best friends. I'm just doing my job to take care of my 2 girls so that they can be happy and I can be happy.
This job is rewarding because I get to see, again, the kindest of families go through really unbelievable tragedy and unbelievable sacrifice, both for themselves and their children, and then be able to get through it on the other side. And it is really extremely rewarding.